Hey guys, it's Steve from Resale Dojo. I'm going to show you all the items that sold for over $50 over the last 2 weeks for me, and hopefully these are going to be great bolo items for you to look out for when you hit the thrift. And before I start sharing any of these bolos, make sure to hit that thumbs up on this video. That really helps me out. The first item that I'm going to share with you is this Grand Theft Auto game. It was $49.95. It is a little bit under the threshold, but I wanted to make sure you guys saw this one. This one is a sealed one. It is for PC. If this one was for the PlayStation 1, it would have gone for a lot more, but the PC ones don't go for as much. I sold this Samsung combo unit for $88 plus shipping. This one had the remote. I tested it all out, worked perfectly. I've been selling a ton of combo units lately with and without remotes. Those are items that you definitely should be looking out for, especially you can find a lot of them for like $6 to $10 at most of the thrift stores. I also sold this Sanyo DVD recorder. It went for over $220 plus shipping. If you don't know, DVD recorders are insane bolos. Make sure you grab them whenever you find them, test them out, see if they work. But when they do, oh man, they just take off. They sell super quick for me. I also sold this DLink Triband router. If you had been following my Snowball Challenge, I had originally sold it in that. The guy returned it saying like his ISP was not compatible with it. I think it went to Puerto Rico. Oh man, that was a terrible sale because it had to be shipped back from Puerto Rico. But it came back, it's working, and I resold it. This one went for $80 plus free shipping. I'm just glad to get rid of this one since I already sold it once. I'm just selling it to cover all the expenses I've had for shipping it over time. Another electronic bullet you want to look for are radar detectors. This Escort one sold for me within like a day or two of listing it. I had this one sitting in my death pile just because I wanted to make sure everything was perfect with it, and sometimes I let perfection delay my instant gratification of getting it listed and sold. So once I put it up there, it sold within like a day or two. It was full price of what I had on there. I had it with my fake sale, and it went for $88. As you guys know, we're in January, which means New Year's resolutions, which means people want to get fit. And I sold this Suzanne Summers Legmaster Slim set. It was up maybe a week or so, and it sold pretty quick. I found this one for $10 at the thrift. It was new open box. Everything was in there. It was all sealed and wrapped up still. All I have to do is ship it in the box that it came in. And actually, I just packaged it up right now, and it's going to be shipping out for about like $23, even though it's like 16 pounds and is like an insanely big box. And that goes through FedEx to save me some of that shipping. Another amazing sale is this pair of vintage roller skates. Anytime you see Riddell, make sure you look it up. Whether it's roller skates, ice skates, just always look it up. Especially the vintage stuff goes really well. But this one, I actually originally listed it for $149.95 plus shipping. But I saw yesterday that I had a bunch of people watching. I had like 12 people already watching and a bunch of questions coming in. So I raised it $10 and it sold. So that was me just adjusting on the fly, seeing what the market was at, knowing that this one was going to sell pretty quickly. And I'm like, I'm going to squeeze out a little more money on there as well. If you follow my Instagram, you've seen this sale that I had just recently. This is for a Ravensburger puzzle. It was sealed. I found it for like $5 at a thrift store. It sold within like a day of me listing it for my full asking price on there. And it's actually being shipped back overseas, so I think it may be going back to Germany where it originally came from. But always make sure you look out for these Ravensburger puzzles. Also, now look out for Gelini, these little weird gummy bears as well. Who knew that they would sell well? Another item that always sells well for me are Wii Replacement Consoles. I'm able to test them really quick. There's usually a free game in them, and they sell really well for me. I usually put them between $54.95 and $59.95, and I just wait it out. Like, I have a ton of them, and they just keep on flowing through, and I keep turning cash on them. I also had an insane toner sale last week. It went for $350. I sold all to one person. During my Snowball Challenge, I also bought these. I bought 14 of them for $2 each at Deseret Industries. They're all sealed. I had them listed for probably about a month and a half, and no one messaged me on them, no one bid on them. But someone messaged me and said, I'll pay you $25 each. So I immediately took that offer. It was for $350 for all of them, and they all fit in a large flat rate box. Now I'm going to share with you all my DVD bolos that went for over $50 the last 2 weeks. There's some crazy ones in here, so you want to pay attention to these when you hit the stores. For my crazy British DVD video, I sold 2 lots of Midsommar's Murders to the same person. Both lots went for $97.86. This one I've had probably for about 2, almost 3 months I've been holding on to them. But I knew for these sets that I just had to wait for the right person. Some of them I was in for like $1 on, other ones I was in for like $3 on. So this was an amazing flip for me. And that just goes to show, always look at the British movies, the BBC movies, Acorn movies. Those sell usually really well. Another lot that I just got maybe about a week ago was this Celtic Thunder DVD lot. It was 8 of them that I got for $1 each, and I sold them for $62.26. Another great sale for me was this Will and Grace lot that I had. It wasn't a complete set, but they were all sealed. They went for over $88. And it just shows you don't need to have complete collections to be able to sell them. People will buy them just to fill them out or just to start one themselves. Speaking of series and lots, I sold this Twilight Zone DVD lot. I found these both at the same store. I think I spent like $4 on each of them, and they sold within about 2 days. Not all Twilight Zone series sell well. This one I think was from like the early to mid 80s or so. It had a lot of like actors that are famous now that were in it. I also sold this rare TNA Bloodiest Brawls DVD. This one went for $80. I had $1 into this. Always check the wrestling DVDs. WWE, WWF don't really go that well unless they're new and sealed. But if you could find like ECW, TNA, any of the ones that are not like WWE, those are the ones that usually will sell the best. I also flipped this PBS America 1900 DVD. I had $1 into this. I had it listed at $175, and someone came to me within about a week of me listing it saying, hey, can you do $100 on it? And since there had only been one that had sold in the last 90 days and one that was listed other than mine, I will take that $100 because that was a crazy ROI. And for myself, I didn't want to delay selling that as well because I didn't know if I was going to be able to get my money or not. And I was glad to take $100 right there. And the last one I'm sharing with you today is this Godzilla versus Biollante, whatever, however you say it. But this Blu-ray I've been sitting on for 4 to 5 months probably. I got it for $2 and it sold for $175. Godzilla is now on my immediate always scan list. It should be on yours as well. I know I found other DVDs as well. Some of them do sell well, some of them don't. But always just check them now, especially after seeing this one that went for $175. So those are all my sales that were over $50 for the last 2 weeks. I wanted to share them with you so you have some items to add to your bolo list when you go out thrifting, looking at Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, garage sales, wherever. If you're always interested in reseller tips and tricks and bolos, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And while you're at it, throw a thumbs up on there as well. And also let me know down in the comments what were some of your favorite sales over the last week or so. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye.